Hi. I am normally not the type of person who would set up a camera, sit in front of it, and talk about something that really has been boggling my mind for almost 2 weeks now, and I was debating whether or not I should post it, but here I am. Today's the day where I have the urge and the balls to speak up about something that really stood out to me while I was researching about the new Netflix series Adolescence. I want to mention beforehand that this video is not particularly about adolescence, nor the topic that it brings. It's more of a trigger of what I am going to try to explain to you. A lot of you will think that I'm reaching very far, and to be honest with you, I am, but not unrealistically. So let's get into it. So it was around 2 weeks ago where I watched the series, and I didn't know anything about it beforehand, and halfway through the first episode I realized it was a one take, and that actually blew my mind because it's not just very difficult to pull something like this off, but it also made me feel like I was there in real time. I think the series was a masterpiece and everyone should watch it, especially parents. Yeah, so because I was so amazed by it, I decided to research a little bit about it. I saw behind the scenes videos and I've watched a few TikTok videos about it. And there was one thing that always caught my attention, and it was always the comment sections. There were a lot of comments of people saying that they thought the series was boring. Don't get me wrong, I am fine with opinions, but I couldn't wrap my head around it, how you would think that a series like that is boring, because it's raw and it's real. So I was trying to find an answer, and I was digging in my thoughts, going into a rabbit hole, and I've come to a point where I think I know why. I just want to say that I am not a doctor nor a physicist. I do not have a degree in that field. I have to admit that I am not academically very gifted, but on the other hand, I am very interested in the space of creativity and the arts of acting, so I am also aware that I have a different view to the series than other people might have. And I think it's not the series that is boring. I think it's us. Most of us. To be specific, it's our brains. Let me explain. We have gotten so used to the non-stop dopamine rush that we get through social media or kids' TV shows nowadays. There's a lot of stuff happening in one episode. A lot of colors and very fast storytelling, very fast paced that you can't really keep up with. Social media, you know the drill, 30-second videos, sounds blaring, lights flashing, colors flashing, and fast cuts, and everything is designed to grab your attention and to keep you scrolling. Because of that, I think we have kind of forgotten how to just be present, that we just can't sit with something still, quiet, something slow, and something that takes its time. And when a show like Adolescence comes along and dares to be raw and slow and real, it feels empty. Because our brains are so overstimulated that we don't know how to process it anymore. Like I said, this video isn't really about adolescence, it's about our life, our reality. If we keep going at this pace, needing constant stimulation for our brains, what is going to happen to us? Will we one day think real life is boring too? Will we lose the ability to enjoy actual conversations, real moments, real connections, because they are not as fast or shiny as the stuff on our phones? And then I went even deeper. I remember a conversation I had with someone who is really close to me. We were talking about the Elon Musk Neuralink brain chips. And I said, there's no possible way that Elon Musk will ever be able to convince a mass of people to put a chip in their brains. They looked at me and said, the younger generation might think it's cool. Back then, the answer felt ridiculous to me. But now, it doesn't seem so far off anymore. Neuralink promises, at least theoretically, controlling devices with your mind, instant access to knowledge through AI, enhancing brain function, memory boosts, or even telepathic communication. Sounds like a science fiction movie, doesn't it? It isn't, because it's already happening. As of now, 3 people have a Neuralink chip implanted in their brains. Other companies are moving too. A company called Synchron has implanted chips in 10 patients. A Chinese project, New Cyber Neurotech, has 3 patients and plans for 10 more patients by the end of this year. Now let's be fair, right now the focus is on helping people with paralysis, spinal injuries, or neurological conditions, but Elon Musk has also said that one day healthy people will also be able to get the Neuralink chip. And what scares me isn't the technology, it's how easily we'd probably hand over our humanity to it. You think it's just about convenience? Faster thinking? Controlling your phone with your mind? That's the pitch. If a chip can influence how you think or feel, who's really in control? If it connects to the internet, it can be hacked. Imagine someone hacking your thoughts, your memories, your mind. And if your brain becomes data, It becomes business, sold, tracked, watched. And the worst part, they won't need to force us, because one day it'll be normal. And if you don't have the chip, you will fall behind. We're already addicted to overstimulation, scrolling endlessly, waiting for the next dopamine hit. So when a chip offers faster, better, smarter, some of you will say yes. But at what cost? When does your mind end and the machine begin? Will you still be you? You don't need a chip to be more. You need to wake the hell up. You've got a mind, a soul, and the power to question everything. So stay sharp, stay stubborn, and don't you dare forget what it feels like to think for yourself. And while you're at it, stop wasting that mind hating on people who think differently. That's how they keep us distracted. You don't need more noise. You need clarity. Because the moment we forget how to think and how to care, we're not just controlled, we're gone. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.